So they tell me that you want to sound more natural in Spanish, don't you? You need these expressions then. Venga, vamos. I noticed when I first moved to England is that people, when they're thinking and they're hesitating in the middle of speech, instead of saying no sé, they go and they do the same in the United States. You go for the okay? Whereas in Spain we go for example, ¿a qué hora es el concierto? What time is the concert? No lo sé. Believe it or not, that is already going to make you sound a lot more natural when you're talking to a Spanish-speaking person. And then what else do you need? A lot more filler words. Filler words are words that are going to buy you time when you're thinking about an answer. Most of you tell me, Patry, I'm just learning Spanish. I can't just say a phrase like that. I need time to think. Fair enough. Learn some of these filler words to buy you that time. For example, you can say, well, I don't know. Bueno, no sé. Well, let me think about it. Bueno, déjame pensar. Let me think about it. Déjame pensar. You could also say, well, pues also means since. Pues, como no tengo comida, tengo que ir a comprar. Since I don't have any food, I need to go shopping. I have to go shopping. Bueno or pues. Two very similar filler words that are super useful in Spanish. Very, very similar, meaning both of them. One that is believed to be used by posh people, los Cayetanos. That's how we call posh people in Spain, because Cayetano is a very posh name, so we call them Cayetanos. We call posh people Cayetano. Okay? So, o sea, when I was growing up and anybody said o sea, that person would immediately be mimicked and mocked and said, o sea, okay? It was like a funny thing to say. But it's actually a very common thing to use in normal speech. O sea, that means that is. In other words, you could say o sea, or you can say es decir. You're trying to explain yourself in a conversation and you go, o sea, vamos a quedar el día 27. We're going to meet on the 27th. O sea, es decir, el jueves, on Thursday. That is, I mean, on Thursday. Okay? So when you're explaining something, es decir, or o sea. That is to say, I mean, in other words, o sea. You could also say, eso es. We're meeting on the 27th. That is on Thursday. Eso es el jueves. Okay? Eso es. Eso could also mean, like I said. For example, por ejemplo, somebody says, nos hemos quedado sin comida. We've run out of food. And somebody says, sí, hay que hacer la compra. We have to do the shopping. And another person says later on, oye, no hay nada en el frigorífico. There's nothing in the fridge. Hay que hacer la compra. And the same person says, pues eso, like I said, pues eso, or eso es, that's it, eso es, okay? You're agreeing with somebody, eso es. It's a very good one as well when you're in a conversation, you are listening and you want to make sure that the other person knows that you're actively listening. So you say, eso, sí, claro, of course, claro, okay? Eso, sí, okay? Eso or eso es. En fin, in a nutshell, en fin, we're finishing a conversation or you want to wrap it up and you say, en fin. En fin, I use that one a lot when I'm having a little moan and then at the end of the phrase I realize I'm being a little bit too negative and I'm like, right, en fin. Let's leave it there. En fin. Or when I'm not going to agree with somebody, we agree to disagree, I just say, bueno, en fin, okay? Like, okay, let's leave it there. At the end of a conversation, instead of saying en fin, you could also say, pues nada. I say that one when I want to leave from a place. I say, pues nada. It would be the equivalent of like, oh well, pues nada. Pues nada. Oh well, it's getting late. Pues nada, que se hace tarde. I love the Spanish language. I'm going to get serious now because, a ver, let's see. When my mum says a ver, or even worse, vamos a ver, I start shaking. Oh my God. I start getting very, very nervous. A ver, or vamos a ver. Let's see. Okay? But you can use it for anything. A ver, vamos a ver. You're thinking about an answer and you say, a ver, you need to do some calculations. How many eggs do we need for the recipe? Don't say a ver, vamos a ver. Okay? So, a ver or vamos a ver. Let's see. Another one, digo. I mean, don't confuse it with the name Diego. It's very similar. Digo, I mean. When you are wrong suddenly, when you say something and you meant to say something else. For example, oh, I'm traveling to England next week. Voy a viajar a Inglaterra la semana que viene. And you suddenly realize you've made a mistake. It's not England you're going to, it's Spain. So you would say, ay, digo España. So you can just say digo and immediately the correct phrase or word that you were meant to be saying, okay? Voy a viajar a Inglaterra. Ay, digo a España. Digo, and then the correct form. Digo, I mean. The thing is, la cosa es que, right, let's deal with this, okay? Let's get to an understanding. Let me explain what the issue is, what this is all about. La cosa es, you could also say, el tema es que somebody calls you on the phone. Hey, are you up for going out tonight? ¿Sales esta noche? And you say, la cosa es que tengo que estudiar. The thing is, I have to study. Or you could just say, es que tengo que estudiar. That es que is the perfect starter for an excuse. Es que. The thing is, la cosa es que, el tema es que, or you can just say, es que. Es que. ¿Dónde están tus deberes? Where's your homework? Oh, es que se los ha comido el perro. The dog ate them. Es que. The one that I probably use the most when I'm on the phone to my mom. Vale. Okay, vale, all right. If you've lived in Spain or you've been there, you must have heard vale a lot. We use it all the time. Vale. Notice, yes, it is spelled with a V, but remember that V's always sound as a B in Spanish, okay? So, vale. Okay. Vale. ¿Quedamos a las 8? Vale. Okay, shall we meet at 8? Yeah, all right. Vale. Another one that I use way too much on the phone is ya. What does ya mean? It means I see. Okay, it's another way of saying, okay, I get it. Yeah. Okay, it's like already. Ya means already. So that ya stands for like, I already understand. I see your point. I get it. Just stop. Ya. Okay, so ya, I see. Ya, vale. You can mix and match them as you wish. And then, of course, I've already mentioned this one. We've got the claro or the exacto. When you're in that conversation, you want to show that you are listening to somebody. Claro, of course. Oh, exacto. Exactly. Claro, sí. Okay? So there you go. Those are quite a few muletillas, casual phrases that we use all the time. Spanish speakers use all the time. And you need to use them if you want to sound like one of us. Pues nada, chicos, lo dicho. If you're enjoying these lessons, don't forget to like and subscribe. Gracias. Adiós.